Heard a ding. He's banging around and showing the audience. Well, welcome tonight. Thanks for coming. I appreciate your cooperation and being here and listening to my speech. Tonight, I have 3 questions to start off. Have you ever wanted to have more energy? I see a few nods in the audience.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I think most of us have gone through that.
Absolutely.
Second one, do you ever wish that you had better health?
Yes.
Absolutely.
A few years ago.
And last one, do you long for better relationships?
Sure.
Those 3 things can be answered through exercise. The benefits of exercise can answer all 3 of those questions, and we'll talk about that tonight. My purpose for choosing this subject is twofold. I have a vision to have better health so that when I'm able to spend time with my grandkids and be able to get on the floor with them, be able to run with them, be able to do the things that I could do when I was in my 20s. That's one of my goals. The other goal is so that I can be better prepared in my health and have more energy to serve our Savior Jesus Christ and be a tool for Him to utilize as long as I'm here on the earth. So those 2 things are what drive me to have vision to do exercise. Exercise is something that my wife and I have spent probably the last 7 years researching from time to time, have found some exercise programs that have worked and that have given us the results that we're looking for. There's many things that you can do with exercise. You can get in better health, you can stay in shape. If you're sick, you can aid your body and get in better, and these are the things that we'll talk about tonight. The topic is the benefits of exercise, and we'll go in 3 areas. You will have better health, you'll have the opportunity to have more energy, and you will be able to strengthen your relationships through exercise. Those are the 3 things we'll talk about. Exercise, these 3 areas will build upon themselves, and we'll talk about in succession how I feel that they build on each other. You'll gain better energy through exercise. In a scholarly journal written by an individual called Haley Gueni, the title of this article is Benefits of Regular Aerobic Exercise for Executive Functioning in Healthy Populations. And it states in this article, when you consider across age groups, which tonight we have different age groups here tonight represented, so this would be talking to each of us. When we go across age groups, ample evidence indicates that regular engagement in aerobic exercise can provide simple means for healthy people to optimize their range of executive functions. What the heck does that mean? If you think about executive functions, think in a home. It would optimize a mother's ability to function with her children, to be able to do the things that she needs to. In our home, we have 6 children. It gives my wife an opportunity to have enough energy to function with all 6 kids. I'm sure that's something that is important to her. Each of you might have something in your life executively that would help you because you're exercising. In another article written by Stephen Keaton entitled Role of Benefits in Exercise, Management of Patients with Heart Failure. So it's not just for people who are healthy or seeking to better their strength and energy, but it's for those who have problems. How many of you in here know somebody who has a health issue, heart failure, diabetes? We have one here I know that has diabetes. These types of things can be benefited through exercise. Will it take away those problems? No, but it'll absolutely benefit them. In that article, it talks about, we learned that exercise is not just for sick people, but healthy people as well. I feel it's very important for our health and our energy that we exercise. Our body was meant to exercise. As we exercise our bodies, the proper energy to maintain our health will improve. As we gain more energy, our bodies will have the stamina and energy to accomplish those things that are in front of us. I personally have felt these effects in my life as I have exercised. Over the last 4 years, I've dropped over 25 pounds. I'm grateful not to carry that. Every time I go in there and pick up a 25-pound weight, I can't believe that I used to walk around with that on my body. And so it's given more energy. I actually feel like I am in better shape than I was when I was 20 years old. I have the ability to do more things and have more drive to do it. In another article entitled Basic Science Behind Cardiovascular Benefits of Exercise, it was written by Matthew Williams, and it talks about the output of the heart actually increases when we do exercise. And each of us in here knows how important the heart is to our body. Without it, we're dead. Nothing. There's nothing there. And so it's important. And so as we exercise, we actually increase the ability of that heart to function. And its function is to pump oxygen into our body and give the vital, necessary life to the rest of the organs in the body. And so if we're exercising, we're giving that mainstay of our body the power and energy to help us become better. To me, that's important. I hope it is to each of you, because without it, we are nothing. As we increase our energy, we're able to put more into our relationships, and we begin to think of others. As our health is no good and our energy is no good, oftentimes we spend time thinking about me, right? When we're in good shape and good health, we begin to think of others. Our vision is clear and we see others. So that's an important part of exercise, is allowing us to create those deeper relationships. Our relationships become stronger as our energy becomes stronger, and we can put more into it. Research reveals that family relationships are significant predicators for adolescents' health behaviors, including diet and exercise. Scholarly journal written by Sean D. Whiteman is where that came from. So it's important in our homes to create those relationships, and as we're exercising, our relationship will be better because we'll feel better about ourselves and help them feel better about themselves. Another story that I'd like to share with you real quick that struck me years ago as I saw it for the first time. And it has value and meaning for every single one of us in here. It's a true story of the Hoyt family. And if you have an opportunity, go on YouTube and click in Hoyt family, and it should bring up a quadriplegic young man. And it's a story that they put on originally to music that I can only imagine. I don't know if you've heard that song before. Some of you probably have. But if you go on there and look at this video, you'll see a story that will amaze you. And exercise created the ultimate of what we have talked about tonight. It gave more energy to people. It restored health to an individual who might have died without this opportunity. And it created family relationships that are far beyond anything that they could ever imagine. And thus the song, I Can Only Imagine. The father was a military man, not very active in sports, hadn't swam in his life. They have a river behind their house and he's never been in it. His son, a quadriplegic, was told by the doctors to his family that they should just leave him in there and institutionalize him. He'll never be anything. He'll never amount to anything in life. Well, long story short, he came home one day and told his father, because his father didn't listen to the doctors, they brought him home and treated him like every other family. And so when they came home, he determined that he was going to treat his son just like he did to every other child that he had. And so his son came home at about 10 years old and said, "Dad, would you run with me in a race to benefit somebody who is quadriplegic?" Had an injury. And from there, the rest is history. His father said yes, They run that race together, him being the legs for his son because his son can't run. And in the story he shares that he could not do what he's doing, but for his son, he's his legs because his son wanted to do this. To end this story, because I want you to go on and watch it, but to end this story, they have run over 30 Boston marathons and countless, thousands over the last 30 years, triathlons, including Ironman triathlons, which is a 26-mile run, over a 100-mile bike ride, and over a 2-mile swim. And he pulls and rides and runs with his son. Through that exercise, it saved his father's life. His father had a heart attack, and the doctor said if you hadn't been exercising, you would have died. So the importance of exercise can create benefits in relationships. So remember the 3 things we focused on: more energy, better health, better relationships. These are 3 areas. There's numerous more that could be thrown in there for benefits of exercise. So my challenge to each of you tonight is, what is your why? What is going to cause you to exercise and stick with it to receive those kind of benefits? Thank you.